Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And I have now concluded my 50th birthday retrospective, and I am celebrating my birthday. So this is what 50 looks like for me. So not too shabby for I know a lot of people say that I look young for my age. I tend to notice the crow's feet and the wrinkles a little more than some people do, but I guess I don't look too bad. I mean, I don't even have, like, I do have, you can't really see it in the video, but I can see it in the mirror that I've got a little sprinkling of gray coming in, but I'm lucky. I still have my hair. I haven't lost that yet, and hope not knock on wood that I won't. I haven't gone completely gray yet, and the wrinkles I'm keeping at bay as best as I can. But in general, not too bad for 50. I'm keeping myself in shape, keeping myself as healthy as I can. Still working on that cholesterol problem, but the rest of me is actually doing much better than I was even a couple years ago. So things are good. So yeah, I'm 50. Like, wow. And one thing that I'm sure I have mentioned this in a past video at some point, but one of my goals in life, and this is actually a goal I want to accomplish in honor of my grandmother, who I have also talked about in the past. She had a goal of seeing her 100th birthday. She wanted to be like George Burns and see her 100th birthday like he did. Unfortunately, she only made it to 88. She passed of colon cancer back in 1998, so it was a while ago, because she was born back in 1910. And my mom only made it to 58 due to her alcoholism and other problems and things. So it's up to me. My grandmother's sister, because she was the eldest of 9 or 10 kids, and the sister that was born after her made it to 105. Okay, and most of the rest of her siblings are either still alive or have made it into their mid to late 90s, all of them. So I think genetically I have a chance to make it at least into my 80s, if not closer to 100, but that's my goal. So it's one of the reasons I'm trying to keep up my exercise and eat as healthy, and I don't smoke, I don't drink very much, just all of the things. I don't do drugs. I try to avoid painkillers as much as possible, especially now that I don't have, like, I had sources of pain before in my body that are now gone. So things are good. Things are good. So I'm halfway to my goal of 100 now. I have another 50 years to look forward to, and hopefully they don't go faster than the first 50 did. It doesn't seem like the older you get, the faster time goes. So one hopes that it tries to slow down a little bit, because I want to make the most of the next 50 years and enjoy as much as possible. I have a lot of retired neighbors around me who are in their 70s and 80s and still living independently and still, doing great and stuff. And I admire them, and I want to be one of them one of these days. So, life does not end at 50. That's definitely one thing that I know for sure. I think, if nothing else, being raised by my grandmother and seeing someone thriving, because she was 61 when I was born, and so someone thriving in their older years, in her 60s and 70s and well into her 80s. If it wasn't for the cancer, she would have easily made it to 100, if not beyond. And so, as long as I can avoid that stuff, I am very paranoid about cancer. And so anytime anything looks at all suspicious, I go for all of the tests, and whatever my doctors recommend. It's like, okay, let's get on top of this. Let's find out what it is, make sure it's benign. If it's not benign, let's take care of it. So far I've been lucky. So far I've had 2 definite potential cancer scares. The first one was terrifying. And thankfully everything was benign, and it was just a cyst or a benign lump or whatever. But thankfully nothing has ever come of actual cancer, which I'm grateful for. It I there's a lot of cancer in my family. I've mentioned this before. My uncle has had 3 kinds of cancer. He's had Hodgkin's lymphoma. He's had he's had melanomas pop up numerous times now, and he just survived stage 4 prostate, and has been doing treatments to take care of that, and is so far it's almost 2 years now since he was treated, and fingers crossed he's staying healthy and stuff. So but his mom, my grandmother passed of cancer. Her mom passed of cancer. My mom was precancerous, but thankfully, I did not mean to say thankfully, but I guess sadly, but not so much. The alcoholism did her in before the cancer did. So I'm not going to dwell on my mom at any rate, but yeah. So that is my one of my main goals, is to keep myself healthy and see my 100th birthday. So I hopefully will do another retrospective in another 10 years, assuming YouTube is still around. I've been here 10 years. Let's go for another 10. I'm gonna go back to just random vlogging from here on out. I don't plan on doing anything regular. I mean, I kind of like my new video setup. I'm doing it with my my new Samsung S21 instead of my old camcorder, and I've got a little tripod and everything stuff, and I kind of am enjoying doing it in this manner a little bit. So if I feel inspired, I will certainly vlog a little bit more. If I don't, then sorry. I appreciate everyone who does watch my videos, and thank you for that. Obviously, a big focus of mine has been my writing, and I'm going to continue to do that. I'm slowly coming to the end of finishing my next book, which is currently going live on Kindle Vella right now. There will be a link below to that for anyone who's interested. If you're interested in gay romance and Omegaverse stories and that kind of thing, I've got it's called Suddenly Omega is the new story right now, and the first episode is went live yesterday. Second episode's live today, and there's going to be a new episode every day this month in December. So you can read along as it's posting this month with an episode every day. Or if you prefer reading it as a book format, I will rework the thing in January and publish it as an actual novel in time for Valentine's Day in February. So there's that. And so now I'm kind of focused on getting that finished and done and over with, and prepping it for novelization in January, before I focus on whatever my next writing project is. I've been kind of neglecting my Medium account a little bit during NaNoWriMo, so I need to also look at doing that, writing some more articles. My Medium, there's a link to my Medium articles down below. I write LGBTQ plus content there, writing about mostly about trans issues, and being trans, and just kind of like representation for trans guys, and like, here's my experience as a middle-aged trans person, coming out middle-aged, transitioning in middle age, and what that's like. And then also kind of going over and addressing a lot of different issues and concerns, and kind of debunking some of the misinformation out there from the gender critical community and that kind of thing, because that's a whole other thing. So that's another focus of mine, is kind of is continuing my advocacy and writing for Medium on that, and as well as continuing my fiction writing. And every now and again, I still write fanfic stories. So if you look at my my archive of our own, or AO3 link down below, if you're interested in fan fiction, I throw up a new story up there every now and again when I feel inspired and have the time to write it. I actually have several works in progress that I haven't posted yet that I need to finish writing as well. And then I know I've mentioned this. I have that sci-fi novel that I wrote like way back in 2015 that I haven't finished because I'm still rewriting that. So that may actually be the next big fiction project I'm going to work on, is to finish rewriting it. And then I've got to decide if I want to make another attempt at traditional publishing with that one, or if I'm just going to go ahead and just self-publish it like I'm doing everything else. So we'll see. Working on that. I've got to kind of figure out how I want to manage that, because I kind of had a certain direction I wanted to go with, but with now having 4, almost 5 novels, or well, I guess 3 novels, 1 novella, and a collection of short stories. Technically 5 books. But by next February I'll have 5 books up on Amazon, and I will continue to post on there. And depending on how things go with that, I may or may not decide to just self-publish the sci-fi novel as well. And whether or not I'm going to, if I keep it PG the way I have now, then I will publish it under my name as GL Bayland. If I decide to allow some sex scenes into it, then I would switch it over and publish it as my pen name as Grayson Bell. So originally I was going to do it as GL Bayland and keep it PG, but if I self-publish it, I may end up opting to get a little racy and just do it the other way around. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If you have an opinion on that with sci-fi, do you like sex scenes in sci-fi, or do you prefer them to remain PG or PG-13 at least? Comment below. But those are my goals. Is to get. I need to get the sci-fi published. I need to get the Suddenly Omega finished publishing, getting all that stuff done, and working on whatever the next story is after that. And hopefully, I mean, one of the goals that I would love to achieve is to earn enough money from my writing to pay the bills. Just enough to cover all the necessities. I mean, I'm living off of my savings now, and I'm able to stretch it out. I've been doing a lot of investing and stuff to be able to stretch it out so that I can continue living off of it. But if I could reduce the amount that I'm relying on my savings and covering my bills from earning from my writing, that would be ideal. Because then I could use the money in savings instead to do things like, I don't know, travel. Maybe upgrade some of my equipment. Maybe I would love to refinish my basement. There are things I would like to do. Besides, I mean, obviously I already do a lot of charitable giving as much as I can justify within limits, but I do quite a bit throughout the year and stuff. And I also participate in things. I participate in the Gish thing with Misha Collins every year, and we raise millions of dollars for various causes with that program. And then on top of that, I also volunteer for American Society for Suicide Prevention, for in honor of my husband and everything. And we have a local walk here, so I'm on the walk committee, and I help. I'm the tech guy for the walk committee. Our chair person for the committee does all the coordination and stuff, and then we have various committee heads and things, and I just kind of support all of the different committee heads from a technical perspective and stuff, and help with social media posting and just the sound. I help run the sound system for the walk when we have the music and stuff, and just all of that stuff. Because most of everyone else who volunteers they're let's say they're older people and not very tech savvy. I've tried setting up some things to help make communication easier, but as easy as I have made it, they've struggled with it, and I just kind of like just let's just try and I'm trying to work with them on how they're comfortable with communication, and then kind of extrapolating from there. So it's been interesting. So anyway, so yeah, those are just kind of where I'm at with everything. If I get to travel Japan, that's my big goal, is to one day travel to Japan. I would like to go back to Germany and visit my relatives there again as well, but Japan's kind of the big one, and hopefully I get to do it while I'm still healthy enough to enjoy it. We'll see. I mean, looking at me right now, I am perfectly fine, and if I don't get to go for another 10 years, hopefully I'm healthy enough then. So that's that's where I'm at right now, is kind of figuring out those goals and everything, and how I can increase my earnings from my writing, so that I at the very least can cover bills. If I can cover my bills, I'm golden. Because even then, because like I said, a lot of the savings that I'm living off of is all invested. So if the market crashes and stuff, I would like to be able to have a steady enough income where my power doesn't go out, and that kind of thing, and I can actually buy food. Those those little nitpicky little essentials. All right, so. I will not bore people with an extra super long droning on video today. Thank you if you watched my retrospective all the way through. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching everything. I hope everyone has very happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, or Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Solstice, all of the holidays. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the year and a happy new year. I don't know if I will make a video between now and the new year, so if I don't see you until 2022, happy new year as well. Thanks again for joining me. Until next time, take care. Bye.